The fast-moving, murky waters of the Ohio River are as entwined with Louisville's history as horse racing, the gateway to the South certainly credited for the city's early growth.
This area right here would have been a very, very busy industrial and commercial center.
A century and a half ago, the city's waterfront park looked nothing like this.
No.
This area, as described in an 1876 city atlas, was home to a wharf. Heavy industry and rail lined the river. Just one railroad bridge connected Kentucky to Indiana. Travel across the Ohio was mainly done by steam-powered ferry.
You would have heard the calliopes or the band, the orchestra playing on the floating palaces because there were social and economic variations in river travel.
Tom Owen is an archivist of regional history at the University of Louisville, and by many accounts, an expert on the city's history.
All of these communities were joined, it's hard for me to grasp, joined either by railroad passenger, interurban, or a ferry boat. And it's hard to think of a ferry, a very, very busy ferry operation from downtown Louisville to Jeffersonville.
A short drive from the waterfront of today takes us into downtown, which even in 1875 was full of hustle and bustle.
Density is the one word that I would choose, which means a lot of people on the sidewalks and a lot of activity in the street.
Owen says high-rises, or really anything above a few stories tall, would not be built until closer to 1900. But even before then, the state's signature industry was beginning to distill.
So I would say that in the mid-1870s, Kentucky Derby 1875, I would say the nucleus, the beginnings of Whiskey Row already here on Main Street.
And just beyond the city limits of its day sits the mile-and-a-quarter dirt horse racing track we now know as Churchill Downs. Fans originally sat on the backstretch of the track, opposite where thousands of spectators do now.
The first orientation was toward the railroad passenger site, which was over on the L&N site, about 3 blocks to the east.
The twin spires and grandstands we all associate with the Derby, those wouldn't be built for another 20 years. We didn't get here like we do today.
Oh, no. First, in the earliest days, it was either by carriage, meaning horse-drawn carriage, or by railroad.
From what started as a regional attraction has now transformed into a global event.
I cannot think of anything as grand as this.
A tradition intertwined with the city's rich history. Reporting in Louisville, Mason Brighton, Spectrum News.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your community, click the subscribe button here. You can also download the Spectrum News app or watch us on TV for the latest information, balanced coverage, weather updates every 10 minutes, and more. We'll see you then.